Let me see if everything is in order. It seems everything is fine. Hello. Hello. We have a picture of the day. A bit dark, huh? But still we have it. Still we have it. How was my work? My work was good, thank you. How was yours? Yeah, I'm receiving an email that I'm live. Always useful. These emails that are telling you that you are live are kind of funny, but okay. So, what I wanted to do. So tonight we have a very important task. We have a very important task, and I don't know if we are able to do it though, but we will see. Maybe yes. Maybe yes, maybe no. You finished university. Which kind of university did you do? Okay, so the good news is that the plan of putting foliage into the different areas is, I think, a good plan, okay? And it was a good plan. It is a good plan. And so now what we need to understand is, after we have put all the foliage everywhere, right? And we want to package the game. Can we actually package without rebuilding in the editor, but can we rebuild by batch? That's the question, right? That's the big question. And unfortunately, I think the answer is no, but let's try to understand. Let's try to understand a bit more before we say no, okay? Because I'm searching the... Yeah, I think we started these notes, right? The maps editing for... Hello, Hula. Good evening. We started this page with the ideas on how to... Right? But now we have a problem. Now we have a big problem. So here the idea is that build data, because my problem is, let me launch the editor 1 second, but maybe let me launch the editor with another project, the test project we did, the word composition project. Yes. Let's start this one. Okay, so on this one, I would like for a second to go under maps and okay. I don't have Okay, so when you are in the editor and you click on build, you click on this big, nice, juicy button. You finish your computer game design. Nice. Perfect. Perfect. So when you click on this build button, right? Let me just switch to my other head, this head. A number of things are happening, okay? A number of things are happening. And in particular, lighting is getting built. Lighting is getting built. Reflection, if you have any reflections now. Visibility. Visibility. Geometry, which I don't know exactly what this does. I have no idea. Navigation path. Hierarchical LOD. Texture streaming. Virtual textures. And grass maps. Right? So the question is, so for example, if I do map check, what is map check? Map check is doing the map check. So the point is, if I want to do this by batch, you know, when I package my game, and I don't want to do it in the editor and so into my files that then I put into SVN, is that possible or not? What is this build and submit? Build and submit. Yeah, it is doing exactly the opposite of what I want to do. But anyway, so it is basically trying to submit to SVN the files, right? I see. Okay, let me do one by one. I want to see, for example, if I open my example map, right? And example map has map 001 into it, whatever, this thing, right? That is with an example map. Now, this map has lights, I assume. Or maybe it's the other map that has lights. Well, here's the skylight, but it doesn't have a specific static light. So this one I don't really need. Let's say that I load this one, right? And this one has at least one static light. Okay, this one, perfect. And this one is static. Yes, it is. Okay. This one is map 01. So at the moment, my map 01 does not have any UData file, right? But is actually 26 megabytes in size, which I'm wondering why, considering the map 02. I think probably the reason is that this one built the nav mesh already. Yes, the nav mesh is already built. The nav mesh is already built. And so basically map 01 is the one that I use to build stuff. 26, 5, 18. Okay. It'd be very nice. It would be very nice to understand. 26, 5, 18. 21, 224. you'll see that it's changing based on, I don't know what, but it is changing. So I think that of all these pieces, we cannot really 21224. I'm trying to understand where the different pieces are going, right? This is what I'm trying to understand. Build LOD, I think we don't have anything. Yeah, he's always saying that you need 3 lights, but the fact that it needs 3 lights, we know already. $21,224. So was probably the light maps, huh? But I don't think so, because the light maps, in theory, all these recalculations are actually put into the main map, right? Are put into the main map, all these calculations. So because, you know, the problem is that I can do it, but my levels will become pretty big. I can avoid checking in the build data, but I really don't know if cross-platform the build data is the same. So my idea was, hey, can you please create the build data during this? So I don't know. I don't know why there is not a smarter way to do this, right? There must be. Unreal Engine, packaging, workflow. New game. I love Phoenix. No, we're not new game. We are just testing in a separate environment, you know. We are just testing in a separate environment a few things. You see, if I search on Google Unreal Engine packaging workflow, I find my own stream, the one that we are running right now. Because I named the stream the same way, packaging workflow, you know? So is result number 1. Okay. So I can look my own stream and understand it, right? You know what is the problem of this class is that these classes are super basic, so... But...
Welcome to this class on packaging content with UE4. When you build media definitions, blueprints, we have other
you see.
And complex
so it's like, okay, you have to put all of that together, and that is what it is. There is a build process that goes through. I mean, that obviously
process is generally painless, and unless you
we know already,
we'll
so
have
it is
dramatically fewer files.
completely useless to us. Completely useless to us. I mean, it can be good for new people,
As we will
but
see moving forward, pushing your project to a build is relatively easy to deploy. Consideration 1, the starting map. When building your project, it will always begin with the game default map. If you are building your project successfully, but start in the wrong level, this is likely your problem. Many a newbie have stumbled here, myself included. To set this straight, simply go to Project Settings, and then Maps and Modes. And make sure the starting map is selected to the one you want. Consideration 2, choosing your target platform capabilities. For instance, requirements replicated on a PC. Often. Once you have decided on your
it is not what I'm asking.
Confirm. 3, editor viewing. Depending on your platform, it might be nice to get an emulated viewport in the editor to more closely resist this. Simply go to Set, then Preview Rendering Level, then choose the platform, especially where multi-platform projects rules for virtually every device. To do this, simply click on Window, Develop. Clicking on the wrench icon will allow you to set the defaults per platform. The engineers at
Very nice.
Now that those considerations...
That one I didn't know, actually. The problem is that I want to know... I mean, you know, my question is not how to package. My question is, how do you prepare your assets so that you can actually package, right? But I would like to prepare my asset in a batch, not prepare my asset in the editor. That is what I would like to do, but I think that none of this is answering my question. None of that. None of this is... I understand what they are telling me here, right? But it's not my question. It's not my question. I know all of this already, so... I think probably packaging workflow is not the best search term, but... I think a better question is, you know, how can I mean, can I regenerate, you know, the wall pack, can I build light through batch? The answer will be yes, just go in the editor and click on, you know, but because I need to rebuild the lights, but I also need to rebuild the nav meshes. And I think there is actually an option to rebuild lights in I mean, I've seen that there is an option here. Font 14. This is not 14 at all. Why? Okay, let's try like this. I mean, it still doesn't look right, but it still doesn't look 18, but fine. There is one. So if you do run UAT minus list, is giving you all the possible flags that run UAT has, right? And the one that we are using is minus build, but I think minus build, what it's doing is just compiling the C++ code. So what we need is rebuild lights, and I think rebuild lights probably, yeah, there is this rebuild light maps, but I don't know if this rebuild light maps is actually okay. We can test it on this one. And also because at the moment I don't have the light maps rebuilt, right? I think so. If I do show visualize light samples, you see we don't have any lightning samples, so actually they have not been rebuilt here, right? They have not. Let me just check one thing. I think if it's not rebuilt, it becomes dynamic. If it's not rebuilt, it becomes dynamic. Okay. If I say I want to build this project, right? There is a sample project, obviously, and doesn't have much in it, but that is good because building it is super fast. I mean, it's quite fast. So I don't want to do it in my project, otherwise it will take forever. Right, so this one we'll call it PS version test 123, perfect name. And we will take this. I don't think we have a target, but let me see what happens. So I'm running the build, right? I'm running the automation tool to actually build the game. You should not recompile anything because this game does not have any C++ code. I mean, obviously there is the engine, but the engine I already rebuilt it for development, so it should be fine. I don't know if he wants the game to be closed. It's possible. Ah! Fuck. I had to save, but anyway, it's okay. Hello, Electra. You are on YouTube now? What's the thing with naming? How can you rebuild the lighting when you haven't built it in the first place? By what? Because you rebuild it only when you have it built already in your world? That's an impossible statement. If you can rebuild it only when it's already rebuilt, it will never happen, right? Unless it's born rebuilt. Okay. I don't know exactly why there is this EU4 game, but fine. Uh-oh, it's compiling something. Why is compiling stuff? No idea. But it is. It is actually compiling stuff. Because we are using a different... No, we're not using a different version. It's exactly the same. Probably is recompiling it anyway, because I did /build, dash build, and so... I think it's probably repackaging the... Very strange though, I should take it for free. But anyway, it should not take long, it should take like 1 or 2 minutes. So the question, if we can rebuild the lights through the batch, and if all the other pieces, so geometry, visibility, nav meshes, you know, grass maps, whatever, are all also rebuilt with the batch, because if they are not, we are a bit in trouble. I mean, what I will have to do, because, you know, let me reason a bit while he's running, right? So the point is, what? Okay, the point is, that I have my maps. Yeah, it's building, so my machine is going super slow. I don't know if you can still hear me, but hopefully yes. So I have my maps. My maps generate a bunch of stuff, including nav meshes, but the most important pieces are nav meshes, grass maps or whatever, visibility, but all of that, okay, it should be visibility, and then also oops, and then also light maps and light probes, right? And light probes. Now we said that the light probes are going inside what did we say? The light probes are going inside the map, or they are going inside no, volumetric light volumetric light probes, we said it goes into build data. Yeah, so basically this goes into, still compiling. This goes into my UMap file, right? And this goes into my build data file, right? Now, in theory, in my, and it is the pure map, okay? So it is the map. So in theory, I would like to put in my SVN only the map. I mean, the minimum possible. So that's my idea. That was my idea, right? To say, okay, can I put the minimum possible into my SVN? So if it is my SVN and this is the UMap, you know, here I'm loading the UMap, the clean UMap without any recalculation done. So this is basically UMap without recalculations, right? And then here I have my UMap with recalculations, at least for those pieces, right? And here I have my build data file with light maps and, you know, with light stuff. So my idea was, you know, my idea was to say, hey, if I put only this in SVN, right, and then I package, and when I package, the packaging is regenerating this and is regenerating this, then I'm good, right? So because I can run it on Linux, run it on Mac, and regenerate those pieces separately, right? And so what I'm trying to understand is, when I repackage, are the probes, for example, regenerated, right? We are at 460 out of 800, so we are about halfway. So I think it would take another two minutes or so. And I also posted the question on a few forums and a few places, but I didn't get any. I didn't get any answer for now. I posted it under packaging. No, under automation. I'm just reading if someone answered, but no, they didn't. I guess we need to wait the ending of this compilation. What I would like to do, I would like to... I don't understand too much why is rebuilding this, but considering I did it already yesterday. I mean, not the same project, obviously, but it's the same engine, so... We are at 600 now. out of 800. But yes, because my idea was to put only this one into SVN and then regenerate. Why? Because these files are pretty big. In particular, this one is pretty big. And I didn't want to rebuild it and check it into Subversion. Now, if I really have to, I will. But my idea was to avoid it. Alright, my idea was to relight every... to relight only during packaging. It's true that I would have done it 3 times, because I would have done it 1 time for Linux, 1 time for Windows, 1 time for Mac. But it would have been, let's say, a cleaner flow. While here, if I have to put it all in Subversion, I mean, only the maps that I'm checking in now, let me see how big they are, but only the maps that I changed, I think is 2 GB or such. So, because I will have to check in, all the ones that I have modified, which pretty much is everything, right? So I don't know how much is this, but I think it's a lot. It's 1.8 gigabytes. Okay, I think it was worse than that. So it's 1.8 gigabytes. So I will have to check in 1.8 gigabyte without some of the recalculation, because for example nav meshes I didn't regenerate, right? So as soon as I regenerate them, they go into the UMAP file, and so that file will become bigger. Yeah. We are at 700 out of 789. But yeah, the workflow I think is important to know, to understand. At the moment, the way we did it was just to rebuild everything in the editor and check in everything in Subversion. And that is why we have like a 50 gigabytes, you know, Subversion repository, because if you continue to check in stuff, then, you know, repository is going to explode. 750. I mean, this is only the compilation, so then it will take more time to rebuild the rest. But hopefully, when we run it again, this part will not be redone. It will not be redone. $775. BNB, the chances you are a bot are 95.55%. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch the YouTube to subscribers only, so if you want to speak now and to spam whatever, you need to be subscribed, which anyway is just a free click. But we are at 787. And if you as a bot are asking me what I think about cryptocurrency, I have a very bad opinion of cryptocurrency. I don't like it for multiple reasons. Why? Because first, because it pollutes the world. Second, because it's not traceable. And third, because it's used in many cases for illegal activity. So Okay, so we are now building and cooking. Let me see what the cooking is doing. The cooking is just launching. Compiling shaders. Yes, for sure the shaders are recompiled, but I think my question is if he's recompiling the lights, and I think that the answer is no. You see, he's doing the shaders now. We should be fairly quick because the level is very small. So he's compressing sounds, waves, and all of that. Shader maps. How chance you have to be a bot? 0.15%. Pretty low. But you could be a very intelligent bot, you know, a very well-programmed bot. That's possible. I could be a bot. It's just a matter of how much you program the bot to be smart, you know, how smart you make it. And then it will be indistinguishable from any human being. Why is compiling so many shaders that our level is super small? Maybe it's all the starter content. Yeah, it could be. Because maybe I'm packaging the starter content as well. Remaining 24. Remaining 22. Remaining 20. Remaining 17. Remaining 10. Come on. Remaining 6. Ah, he's stuck on 6. Okay, finished. And now... Yeah, nav collision. Nav collision, it did it though, because you see that nav collision is listed here. Nav collision. Yes, it's listed up there. Nav collision 0.6 time, global shader 0.29, anim sequence, texture and distance field, skeletal mesh, static mesh, sound wave, landscape and texture. Yeah, but it's not saying lights, so it's not saying light. Okay, so basically now we packaged it. It finished now. So we basically built a game. I mean, we built an executable, right? Which is this. The only thing I want to do, I want to copy. I want to copy the bat file, and I want. Assuming that we had a. Assuming that we had a start map, but I hope so. Okay, so it is the package game, let's call it, the packaged project, so it's an executable, right? How big it is, just for fun, is 1.7 megabytes, sorry, gigabytes, 1.7 gigabytes. And now the question is, are there any probes? Are there any probes in this level? Can I see? Can I show? Can I show volume lighting samples or not? You see that at the moment it seems there are 0. If I show volumetric light maps is also 0, because I think that they have not been rebuilt, right? They have not been rebuilt. Okay, which is what I wanted to test, right? It's what I wanted to test. Now we do something different. Now it is exactly what I wanted to test. So now I want to rebuild it, and hopefully it will be faster, but this time I want to add build, cook, run, right? Now the thing that I don't know is if I need to specify this as a parameter or what. I mean, is there a build lights? Because there is actually a relight here, right? There is, where is it? There is a rebuild light maps, right? Rebuild light maps. I don't know why this thing is not in alphabetical order. It's so annoying. Because this one seems to be a main argument and not let's see this guy. So I've been attempting to set up an automated system that rebuild the lighting in our project. Whenever I've been having some trouble getting rebuild light maps to work correctly. If I use the following command line, blah 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 blah, I get the following error and stack trace. You need to give it the parameter commandlet target name and real light mass. And also the submit, as it will fail to submit the... Okay. Yeah, the problem is that this seems that you need to rebuild... okay, I can rebuild them before. So it seems that it's not part of the same build and cook, right? It seems there is a command that you have to launch before the build and cook. But, you know, we can do that. I mean, it's not a big issue. The only problem is, I think it's just going to put it in my... let me try to put it just... No, let me make another command line. I think it's easier. Let me duplicate this and name it build dev client relight, right? And this one... so this guy is saying that rebuild light maps is good, but then you need, and project I guess is good, and all of that I think is good. But then he said you need a commandlet target name and real light mass. Okay. Done. And you also need submit for perforce. Yes, but perforce I don't care because I don't have it connected. So okay, let's try like this and see what it does. Building automation. I think he gave an error or something. Yeah, that's the problem of that's the problem of that command. The system cannot find the path specified. We are getting the same error that this guy was getting. Ah no, it's different. No target name was specified. This guy was getting project, game folder, U project, repeat light map platform Win64. Minus quality. Minus quality. We don't have minus quality. So for us should be minus quality production, I guess. But is that enough? No, it's not enough. Command rebuild light map requires P4 functionality. I don't remember why we have this no P4. I don't remember what was that. Why we added this no P4 to our real engine, no P4. No P4. I don't remember where I got the no P4. I probably got it from an example. Yeah, also this guy is saying I still don't know what the no P4 does. No one knows, huh? No one knows, but it's there in every guide. It's there everywhere, but we don't know what it does. We do not want to interact with perforce. Ah, is the perforce okay. So it requires perforce? I don't have perforce. Rebuild light maps requires P4 functionality? What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean, P? What do you mean? Okay, so it seems that this resave packages still require P4 and no P4 doesn't work. Oh my god, guys. Okay, so it seems that it's not really friendly on us on this part. It's really not friendly on us. So it seems that there is no way to rebuild the light maps. I mean, I can remove the no P4, but the no P4. But if I remove the no P4, then it will search for perforce that I don't have. So good evening, Ariter. Hey. Hi. You need to go to bed, Electra? Okay, have a good night. Have a good night. So because if at least I could rebuild the lights, you know, Okay, so I cannot. Okay, basically the answer is no. The answer is you would like, but no. So we need to rebuild the lights. Okay. Okay, so, well, I mean, we can do it, huh? But I would have preferred not to. But if there is no other way, I open my level and I build. Now, that is what I would like to avoid doing in our project, because our project is 60 maps. You know, if I have to open 60 maps and click on build, it will take me hours and also will take me 30 gigabytes of RAM. It is something that I can do only when my PC is doing nothing else, which is basically never the case. But, well, when I'm sleeping, but... So what we will see now, for sure, we will see that since I clicked on build manually, that is what I wanted to avoid doing, but I did it anyway. What we will see now is that as soon as the lighting is completed, which is now, and as soon as we get our editor back, you see that now the probes are actually there, right? These are the probes that are indicating how much light there is in this area. Obviously, usually you don't see them, right? But I enable the visualization, and so now we can see the probes, and the probes are here, here, and probably also in this level. Yes, also here. So now if I save all, right, what will happen is that first of all my main map I think will become bigger. Now is 8 megabytes. Okay, let me try just to save 1 second this information because it's important for me. So we have the main map as 8 megabytes, right? And then we have the sub maps that, as you can see, they don't have build data, right? So they are only the pure maps, right? This one is 47 kilobytes. So map 00, yes, because map 00 is the persistent. Is it persistent? No, it's not. No, it's not a persistent. But it has nothing in it. I mean, it doesn't have the landscape. So now if I save from the editor, I do save all. Now all those maps are going to be updated, right? And the first thing you see the creation of the build data files. So actually my main map didn't change in size, but got a build data asset. So from 8 megabyte to 8 megabytes, and it got the build data asset in addition, which I guess is containing the high level probes of yeah, the high level probes of everything. Now my sub maps so actually map 00 became smaller, 25 kilobytes instead of 47. It became smaller. I don't know how it's possible, but it got a 1 megabyte build data. Map 01 grew of about 5 megabytes. Map 01 grew of about 10 megabytes. No, sorry. Map 2 didn't grow. And then both got the build data file, right? With the light maps and the probes. Why map 01 is the one that grew the most? Why map 01 is the one that grew the most? Map 01 is this one. Map 01 is this one. Well, For sure is the one that has more geometry, but I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. There should be no reason, but... And now if I go in world settings, I can see my light maps, right? They were actually not there before. And in theory, all these light maps are stored, yeah, it's saying 400 light maps. These light maps are stored in the build data files. Now, why I have to save them again if I did a save all? That's interesting. Why asked me to save again? Oh, map 01 now became smaller. 26. And it now is 14. I don't know. I mean, this thing is a bit organic. Okay. If I rebuild... So, rebuild the relight is not possible. If now I rebuild... Hopefully will not take that much time, right? Because the compilation, it should not redo the compilation, hopefully. I hope so, because everything has been just rebuilt. I just want to see if I see the probes in the development build. I mean, I should, but I never tested it. Because then when we will do it on our real project, I want to see if the probes are also on the persistent level. Okay, saying that all the targets are up to date. So basically it's not recompiling, I hope so. I could avoid a minus build, by the way, but... Okay, it's cooking now. Also cooking should take very, very little, because all the shaders have been already recompiled in the previous run. Exactly. So it basically instantly finished. And now is repackaging. Okay, so I mean, is putting the stuff together into an archive and then is splitting it in packs and stuff. So which is probably the one that takes most of the time. But now that we did it once, it should be should be kind of fast. Okay, finished. So if we go back to our executable now, I have no idea where is it. Here, yes, and we start it again. I want to see if I can see the probes. I mean, the light in theory should be the same, but the light should be the same. So in theory here, I should be able to see the lighting sample. Ah, okay, I see them. I see them black though. Why? Why these probes are all black? I don't get it. Why these probes are all black? if they are colored in the editor, right? I mean, my character was properly lit, but I don't know if it was lit because the probes were not valid and so it's switching to dynamic lighting, or why. Yeah, they are black here as well. What the wait a sec. No, they are white here, for example. They are white. Well, there are some that are black at the bottom. Ah, maybe they are black at the bottom. No, but wait. If I load my map, right? If I load my map, they are white. They are white here, right? The probes are definitely white or gray anyway. They are gray here and not black. And here they are super white. So and this light is static. Why the probes show as black in the editor? That's very strange. Is it a known issue or what? Show black in packaged game. I think that is a question that is not very easy to find on the internet. Because it starts to be very specific, you know. How do I know? Hey, the way I know, how do I know if a light is dynamic or static in the game? Is there a way to check if a light is dynamic inside the game? I mean movable, yeah, let's say movable. I don't know if you can view, because I mean, usually the way is to just show the probes, right? This is exactly what I did, but they were showing all black. And that's very strange that they show all black. It's very, 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 very strange. They show all completely black. But my character is getting lit. As you can see here, we have more light also on my character. Right? And here we have less. I hope so, or not. Or it's just an effect of the background. Yeah, that could be, Do you think my character has more light? I think it does, but... Yeah, it does, it does. He has more light when he's here. The only question is, I don't know why this thing is showing. No idea. No idea. It's not good, huh? Is it? I don't think it's because it's a streaming level. I think that. But anyway, my character is late. But you know, the problem with my character being late, it doesn't really matter because maybe it's getting late because the light is turned into a dynamic light by the engine because it's not being recalculated. So that may happen, right? At least to my knowledge, it may happen. I just don't know why I see. Let me see if Ricer is available. Let me see if Ricer is available. I tested on a new fresh map, and when the game is packaged, I see the probes all black. Which is very, 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 very strange. But my char is lit. Why is this happening? I mean, what is the point of this? Oh, I cannot exit. I mean, the ground is lit because there is a light map. I mean, that's for sure. But so I don't understand what the hell is going on. I take a similar picture. But if I go play in the editor, also they are black. So if I play in the editor and then I show samples. Fuck, I cannot select. So why the probes are black in play? Why the probes are black? Do we care? Maybe it's normal. I mean, the fact that it's happening also inside the editor, I think I'm a bit less concerned now, you know, because the fact that it's showing also here, unless it's because when I load, I'm loading a streaming level and these ones are not streamed or whatever. I can try to load only map 01. Wait, let me think about it. But if I load only map 01, what happens? That I don't have the starting position. Yeah, it's normal that it's like that, but yeah, it is actually black also inside a single level. It is black also inside a single level. Because I mean, I can obviously recalculate everything, you know, but oh, now they became black or no? No, probably not. So the probes show white. The probes, yeah, the probes show white. Probe showed white when in edit mode. But if I play, then also in the editor, those are black. So basically the difference is that in play mode, it seems that the probes are always black. Maybe it's normal, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I would expect them not to be, but... Unreal Engine, light, volume, what is the name? The name is volume lightning samples. Volume lighting samples black on play. Nah, this one. Let me try the G thingy. If I go G, if I go G, they disappear. If you go G, you don't see them. Okay, maybe I don't know. I mean, we can avoid caring, but I'm very surprised that they are. I'm very surprised that they are black. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand why they are black. I have no idea. Let me try something else. Let me do this. Let me put another light, another static light, but I will put it there. No, the light is in the level. No, the light is in the level. No, I was thinking that the light was outside, but it's not. Let me duplicate this light. Okay. And move it to map 01, obviously. And I will not recalculate lights for this light. Okay, so the light will be there, but is not recalculated. Okay, so we don't have the light probes there. So the question is, if I don't recalculate, do I? No, I don't even. I don't even get the probes. Yeah, exactly. So here where the light is, I don't even get the probes. And considering the light is static, no, but you see that the light is becoming dynamic then. I think the light is becoming dynamic if it's not recalculated. Let me go blue so we see it immediately. Well, my character is blue. I mean, it's a bit blue. It's not a lot blue, but anyway. It is definitely a bit blue. You just need to use the legacy method. Try placing a red static light somewhere on the ground and check if it influences the character. You mean a red light, and then rebuild lights, or without? Yeah, I put a blue light, so that's what I did. Let me rebuild 1 second. You know, I'm using this sample project because it's 10 times, well, 100 times faster than doing it in my main project, right? So if I had to do this test with all our maps, it would have been like impossible. So, but yes, with a build, obviously I get the blue influence here. I didn't place light mass. Sorry, I didn't place the light mass importance volume. So, but anyway, I didn't place the light mass importance volume. This is interesting. So what? So I did not place it, huh? So my character is not blue. Okay. So the fact that my character is not blue means, well, it's a bit blue, but not a lot blue. So it means that the probes here are completely missing, right? While if I go here where the probes are, my character should be more blue. Hopefully, but we are far away. Fuck. Okay, let me just add, let me just expand this light mass. On the Y. And rebuild. Yeah, Ricer is answering, by the way. Ricer is our lightning expert. Okay, so now we have this. My character is not very blue though. I mean, I was expecting my character to be more blue. No? I mean, I was expecting my character to be extremely more blue. I mean, the light is blue, but he's not blue. Why? I mean, I can move 1 second everything to the persistent level, but in theory it should make no difference. I mean, the light is super blue. The light is insane blue. I don't know, I can go like this. I can go like this. Let me try 1 second without relighting. Yeah, without relighting, it becomes dynamic and Riser is saying that seeing the pictures, it seems that it's working fine for him. Okay. It seems that it's working fine. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think it's working fine? I was expecting him to be more blue. I mean, I was expecting him to be as blue as the shadow. I don't think it's working. I mean, it seems to be working, yes, but the probes are black. I don't know. It's so strange. It's so strange. My only question is that I don't know if it's lit because the light became dynamic or if it is because the probes are working, but all the probes are black. That is what is strange to me, right? It's very strange. I don't know if it's the streaming level that, you know, at runtime is not showing properly for whatever reason. But I was expecting the probes, you know, to look like this also when we run the game. This is what I was expecting. Now you may say, it's because it's in the level. Okay. Okay, so we can build a new level. And we call it test 1, 2, 3, which is always the best name. And we, in this level, we just put a nice cube, and we put a nice cube that we scale 40-40, and we put a nice light, and we put a light mass importance volume, and we scale it 40-40 and maybe also 10, why not? And we put our character, we put a player starting location here, and then we start in our new level. Okay, so this is our new level, and okay, if I say show probes, there are no probes, obviously. Yes, because I need to rebuild. But you see that my character was lit, huh? My character was lit anyway. Now, wait a second. The light is not static, huh? The light was stationary. The light was stationary. Yeah, but you see that you can still see the character lit, because the light is transformed into a dynamic light if you don't have the build done. It's static. The guy is saying that it's static, but yeah, it's actually very different between this and that. Okay, I see. Give me a second. So the difference between this one, the difference between, I need another paint, huh? I need another paint, boys. So the difference between that and wait, the difference between that and this. Now, I will not be exactly in the same position, unfortunately. Wow. Difference is insane. The difference is insane. The difference is insane. Holy shit. Holy moly, bro. Static light. Dynamic light. Difference is insane. Holy moly. I was not expecting that much. Why there are no lighting samples? Fuck. What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why there are no lighting samples on this map? Maybe they're not visible because they are black or what? But I don't think so. Do I need to set something on the light mass volume? Light mass importance volume, right? Do I need to set... I don't think so. Why now I don't see... Why I don't see the things at all? Even if I built it. And that one is static. I don't understand. Why there are no samples? What I'm doing wrong? The light mass volume is not touching the light? No, it is. The light mass volume is too big? No, I don't think so. The light mass, did I take the right one? Light mass importance volume, yes. Light mass importance volume. Because everything is dynamic. No, the cube is static. The cube is static 100%. Uh-oh. I don't understand what is going on here. So here they show now, but on the other map they don't. Let me see. Light mass. Light mass. Importance volume. Light mass importance volume. That one is in the persistent level though, huh? Yeah, it is the same. In the other level, you know, the persistent is the wall level, so I don't understand why. I don't understand why in the other level I don't see my probes. Why on the other level I don't see my probes? Just because I don't have a directional light, but who cares that I don't have a directional light? You know, so I don't think that directional light is going to be any difference. I mean, I can try to put it in, but I don't think a directional light is required, right? Maybe I need a static light. Maybe I need wait, maybe I need wait a second. Here my skylight is stationary. And my directional light is stationary as well. Actually, in our game, we have that as stationary and we have the skylight as movable. So we have the directional light as movable and the skylight as stationary, right? Which is not exactly the same example we have here. Um, Bro, in this level, I'm not getting any freaking... I'm not getting any light probes. I'm missing something, 100%. I'm missing something, I just don't know what I'm missing. But I'm missing something, because if the point light, in theory, if the point light is static, and it is, and I have a light mass importance volume around it, right? And I have, well, the probes, wait, I'm stupid. Because the probe sample is under war setting, so it's done map by map. Okay. Fine. Okay, so I don't think these two are needed. Let me delete them 1 second. I need to change the volume lighting method in the world, and the world setting, the world is the map, okay? So okay, now I get them. But I want to see if I get them when I am playing. I don't see them at all. Why? And now I see them. And they are black anyway. And they are black. And they are black. So, I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, the props are showing black, but I would assume that it works, right? I would assume that it works, because if it was turn dynamic, basically the point is, if it was turning the light dynamic, so yes, I assume it works, because it's just illuminating the character with that static light without really doing all the dynamic lights, you know, on the character like this. So fine, okay. It's also destroying the shadow. Why is destroying the shadow? Well, it's destroying the shadow because there is no directional light, right? Because if I put a directional light in this level, which is dynamic, if I put a directional light in the level, maybe not that strong, but right, and I make it movable, and I play, yes, now I have my shadow, right? Now I have my shadow. Okay, that's a good thing, yeah. I mean, this part seems to be simple, but it's not simple at all, you know. So it seems, I mean, there are so many combinations and so many possibilities that. But yeah, so basically the static probe is not generating any shadow because it's not coming from any direction, right? So it's just the light in that position. And so if you have a combination of direct light being movable, and some static lights that are just giving the color of the, okay, or whatever. So yeah. So if you have a campfire, that is red, but then you make it static, it will not create a shadow. So a campfire, okay, I think I understand. I think I understand. Okay, but anyway, we proved that even if the probes are black, right? We've proven it. We've proven that even if the probes are black, the static light is working. Otherwise, my character will be completely black, right? Which, by the way, cannot be demonstrated because it cannot be demonstrated because if I make this one movable and I rebuild, right? Assuming that I remove the directional light. 1 second. So I remove, oops, what did I do? No, I want to remove the directional light. So if I remove the directional light, I make this one movable, I rebuild, so it means that the probes will be really black because for the probes there is no light, and then I change this one to static, right, which is a bit of a trick, but I change this one to static. Basically this will be a static light without any lighter calculated, right? And if I play, you see that now it is turned into a dynamic light. But it says preview. You know, it says preview because I didn't recalculate the light. So, and yes, I have my shadow. Okay. So as long as I don't cast a shadow for that particular light, I think we are good. Okay, so where we were, I don't remember what we were doing. We were trying to package this and understand if after packaging the static light was actually working properly. Yes, and we said unfortunately not, so I cannot batch script the regeneration of lights. My only solution is to click on build and yes, my only solution is to click on build. Now, the other thing I want to test is this one. So as you can see, there are two sets of probes. There is one set that is actually inside the persistent level. And there is one set that is inside the sub streaming level, right? So you see this one that is very sparse, right? It's very sparse, it's very it's not granular, right? This is getting added to the persistent level. So this data is actually stored in the persistent level. If I load it, sorry, I was yawning. If I load in the submap, right? If I load in the submap, you see how more detailed it is, right? So my question is, if I don't save the probes on the main map, because you know the issue of saving the probes in the main map is that this will go into our persistent level, and this means that every time that we do a relight, the persistent level changes, and it's a mess. Because it means that we need to recheck in this file. You know, recheck in this file in Subversion all the time. And this one here is small, but in our game it becomes like 800 megabytes. I mean, it was becoming 800 megabytes. Okay. I think I did all the possible tests, and unfortunately none of these tests are solving my problem, which is to avoid checking into Subversion everything all the time. I was really hoping that I could batch load the light, but at least the probes I have no other way. So the probes I need to. So you know what is the problem now? The problem now is that we need to do it on our main game. And to do it on our main game, I need... This is so annoying anyway. I need to do a test and see if I move the build data. Now I have no idea. It's a problem. Sorry, I'm just typing to Ricer. I'm just speaking with Ricer over the chat. I'm trying to explain him, what is my problem. My problem is that now, if I have to do it in our game, I need to open like 30 gigabytes of map or whatever. I need to open all the maps together, click on build, wait probably 2 hours, and then get all the stuff rebuilt that will go into the persistent level, and the persistent level will probably become, now it's 700k, will probably become 800 megabyte or something, so it will become super big. Hopefully not, because it became 800 megabyte when I had the navigation maps on the persistent level. Now I have the navigation maps and the light maps on the sub level, so in theory it will not become that big. hopefully. I have no idea how much it will become, but that basically this means that every time that I need to make a release, I need to check in additional 2 gigabytes or 3 gigabytes in our repo all the time. So I will finish the space one day. Very soon. I mean, we are already finishing the space now, but I was hoping that the flow, you know, that the workflow for release was a bit more, you know, friendly on that side. Because I can relate the so I will try not to check in the build data files, but I don't know if that will work on they will work while building other platforms. Need those files in the other platforms, and I don't even know. So I will have to move the build file. Maybe I can move the build data manually. Yeah, maybe. Assuming that it works cross-platform. Actually, the build data file, it works cross-platform because I'm not recreating it for Linux and Mac, right? I mean, it was already in the previous release. So I have my build data. Okay, let's do a test. It's a long test, but so if I take my persistent level, and for example, if I load in the caves and Black Flame and the Death Realm, okay, let's say that I load in those 3 maps, which are not very big, are kind of small, right? And I click on rebuild. Right now, it will rebuild the lights as well in those levels, right? And it will generate the build data, and it will also add the probes, the higher granularity probes. Why is saying that the probes are stored in the... No, I understood the light maps are in the build data, and no, sorry, the probes were... We said that the probes were in the... Wait. We said the probes are in the build data, eh? Yes, the probes are in the build data. The probes are in the build data. Yeah, we said the probes are in the build data. So only navigation paths are in the U map. Okay. Okay, I will try with this setup in our main game and see what happens. If the probes stay in build data, I think with the probes in the build data, I think we should be fine, because I'm not checking in the build data, and it should not take too much to relight those 3 maps. It's nearly done. It's nearly done. Okay. So let's see now, before saving, let me check 1 second. So there is 700k, yeah? There is 700k. Let me save it now. Well, yeah, the maps will change as well. So caves, yeah. Let me just save 1 sec, because you know, I really need to understand this. I really need to understand this because it's important. You may say, well, you cannot do any different, so who cares? Yeah, that's probably true, but I'm trying to see if there is a better way. Probably not, but for example, caves now is 1.3 megabytes, and black flame. Ah, fuck, they were close to each other. Black Flame is that, and Death Realm. Okay, all three were close to each other. Okay, so these are the sides. Okay, so now I save all. I say, hey, save all, go, do it. Do it, yes, check out, do whatever you need to do. Boom. Okay, so now, by the way, this one should be it. Now, what happened? Let me see what happened. I mean, for sure we got the build data files that I will not check in, right? I will not check in. So the Black Flame actually became smaller, which is insane. We got 2 megabytes of build file. The caves became smaller as well. The Death Realm became smaller as well, but by nothing. And then the build data are there. And for my main, my main increased though. Anyway, my main is increasing. So anyway, my persistent level, after rebuilding lights and rebuilding stuff, my main is increasing. Not insanely, but it became like 2 megabytes. So I don't know with 60 maps what will happen, but for sure something will happen. I think this file will become bigger. Anyway, if it's like 20 megabytes, 50 megabytes, I think it's reasonable. The problem is it becomes 1 gigabyte. Right? Because if I have to check in 1 gigabyte every day, you know, after 2 months, it's 60 gigabytes. So that is the thing, but I think it's reasonable anyway. For what I see, is reasonable. Also, some levels are actually smaller instead of bigger. And I can always relight. I can always relight in pieces, like I did now, right? I think it's perfectly fine to rebuild in pieces. So I can unload those 3 maps. I can load another one. For example, Gog, they should be small enough. Well, I mean, it's not super small, but anyway. And I can rebuild now. It will take a few minutes, but now what I want to see is if after rebuilding this one is changing the persistent level. I think it is. I think it will. I don't know exactly what it's doing on the persistent level, but I'm pretty sure it's doing something there. Now here it may take more time because the level, it doesn't have a lot of geometry, but it's a fairly large level because it's a landscape map. So it's 1.5 kilometers by 1.5 kilometer. So it is fairly big. think I need to go soon anyway. I can launch it, you know, I can launch it tonight. So I can launch, I can open up, I can close every other application and keep only the editor running, load all the maps together and click on build one time, right? And see what happens. Yeah, you see that GOG is definitely taking more time. I hope that I have let me just check if I have the foliage as movable, but I think I do. Because I added some new foliage to GOG, in particular this one. I just want to be sure that it is listed as movable. Because if not... you cannot say it here. It's static. Fuck. No. Okay, I need to cancel this the build. Yeah. These ones are static because I rebuild them now, but they should all be movable. This one should all be movable. Otherwise, the static calculation is insane. I need to make them all movable lights, right? And also I need to check. Let me do a check on maybe all the foliage. 1 second. Procedural foliage spawn. No, I need a static mesh foliage. Foliage, static mesh foliage. Okay. Okay, let me open all these ones and see if fuck, it's not working. Okay, work now. And see if they're all movable. Wow, that's a lot of windows. Okay, this one is movable. Maybe let me go on this one. This one is movable. This one, fuck, you cannot scroll down, no? Movable. This is a check that I wanted to do already a long time ago, but I was too lazy and never did it. No, I closed one instead of clicking on it. Fuck. Okay, anyway, the majority should be movable. Movable. Yeah, they are all movable. Only the new ones that I created, they were those 3. This one is a single one, is stationary. I think I'm fine with that being stationary. I don't really care. It's a single tree. Is used in one place only. This one, Eclipse Labs, is actually a foliage and is static. We don't use too many of those, so probably is okay, but we decided that all foliage should be, yeah, all the rocks are stationary. I mean static. And they should be moved as... Okay, this is movable. There is another rock. But these are all rocks in foliage, okay? So... yeah, these are all the rocks. And some of them we are not even using, by the way, but... movable. Okay. Movable. 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 Yeah, only the rocks were not movable. Plus my new ones. Movable. But I think I created a few more. Yes, like this one. For example. Because I created few new types of foliage to give more variety. The bamboo was stationary, huh? For some reason the bamboo was stationary. I should also check all the culling distances now that I think about it, but because I've seen a few that had no cull distance. I think the bamboo do not have a cull distance. And movable, 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 movable. Okay. These one are all movable. Okay, so at least this check is done. Okay. Okay. I think this check is done, so let me save all. So at least we... Okay. So now if I recalculate, if I rebuild, it probably will be slightly shorter. Let's see. Because before he had to calculate the static lights for basically all the trees, and there are like 4,000 trees or so. So... Good work tomorrow? Yes, I have work every day. I mean, excluding Saturday and Sunday, but yes. Okay, so what we learned is that the probes, even if the probes are black at runtime, they are properly working. Yeah, you see, now it's moving. Now it's moving quicker. It's still a big level. I mean, you cannot see it because there is the chat on top. Let me move the chat. There's a lot of people walking on the chat, as usual. Why people are walking on the chat? Pew, 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 pew. Okay, I move them. Well, actually, I throw them in the air. What is the chat? Yeah, okay. If I move the chat up, you see that below there is a build lightning. Build lightning. And it's going on. It's not super fast, but actually the real process that is running is this one. Is inside a swarm agent, and yeah, but anyway, it's going relatively fast. It will stop at the end as usual and take some time at the end when it's at like 99%. Okay. I moved the chat back where it was. Okay, so now it rebuilt also Goog. Now, what I want to see is, well, for sure Goog will grow, but I want to see our main map. Now our main map is 24 megabytes, right? Which is the one that I think we recorded here, right? 20... What? No, 2.4. Holy shit. It became 24 megabytes. This is what I don't understand. Okay, let me save all. Okay. It's still 24 megabytes. It's still 24. Yeah, the persistent map, I really don't understand how it is managed. I don't understand why sometimes, you know, here in our test, it was like 700K and then it became 2 megabytes, right? And now magically it's 24 after we relied GOG, but we didn't save yet and it was already 24, so I don't understand how it became 24. But now GOG is relit, and so we will get, yes, we get 43 megabytes of light maps on this level. Right, let me unload and load another one and build another one. Yeah, but basically this is the way we should do it, right? We can do it map by map like I'm doing now, or we can do it, this one is a super small one, so it's been released immediately. So we got 2 megabytes here, and this guy now is always 24. You see, it's not changing. It's always 24. I mean, why? I mean, 24 may be the size of the light maps of the skybox, huh? That's possible. We have 54 light maps. If I unload, we have 4 light maps. So in reality, there was 50 in GOG and 4 in... So if I save now, does it change or what? No, now it's fixed on 24 megabytes. I don't know why, but whatever I do now is not changing anymore. I mean, if it stays at 24, I would say I'm pretty happy about it. Let me just do a test. Let me just reload like this without anything loaded in and save it. It became 700 again. What the fuck? I think it's caching. That is super stupid. You know what I think it's doing? Look, I will show you. There is now 700K, yeah? 700K. Look at this. I load a map. No, I load 3 maps. And I unload the 3 maps. No, and I save. Okay, so in theory should be 0 difference, right? Because I loaded and unloaded. But now I save. No. 729. What the fuck? Okay, so I load and save. $729. I have no idea. It seems that when it's building, the maps, it's putting some temporary data into the persistent level. And then when you reload the level without the sub maps and save it, the temporary stuff goes away, right? So, but I have no idea why this is happening, but definitely it is happening because we didn't dream about the 24 megabytes, right? The 24 megabytes was there, and it's not these 4 light maps, because these 4 light maps, which are probably the one of the skybox, most likely. I have no idea, but it's possible. I mean, they look a bit different, but anyway. Maybe the more stuff is loaded, the more is trying to project on the skybox the geometry. And so the bigger the skybox, the cube reflection maps becomes. I don't know, I mean, I'm trying to think about it, but I think the only thing that it could be the skybox, right? The skylight, sorry, the skylight, because the skylight is using a cube map, and I don't know if this cube map is taking a snapshot of whatever is loaded. But anyway, for sure, you know, something is happening when you load, regenerate, and unload in the main map. I mean, 100%. Okay, so I will do this. I think I'm gonna go now, but I think what I can do, I can load everything, right? I can load everything and let it run during the night. And by the way, we can see the timing because in the log is telling you when he started and when he finished, right? So you can see the time. So tomorrow morning I will be able to see the time, and I think that we can keep track in our I mean, not here. We can keep it in our light setup or whatever. Yes, here where I have all the tests. Here where I have all the tests. Yes, I think we can put here, you know, the timing of, and this will be 0:20, I mean 07:20, because this will be part of the next release, huh? So this will be 07:20 release, and we can make this a heading, and we will say, so what we changed in this one, what we changed in this one, basically I moved all the nav meshes to the lower levels. I made all the, I ensured all the foliage was movable, but I mean, it's similar to this. The big difference is that instead of using what is this? Yes, it's not there because it's the default, but now we went basically to world settings, right? World settings. So on the world setting light mass, we changed to sparse volume lighting samples. So light mass, then is volume lighting method, volume lighting method, and we have set sparse volume, volume lightning sample. So this is what we have set, right? Instead of previous volumetric light maps, right? So I think that here I can record this one that we were using, volumetric light maps, because it was actually the default, so I didn't put it in the list, but actually that is the one that we were using. So we switched between volumetric light maps and sparse sample, which actually is the older method, but at the same time it seems to work better for us, because if we use the previous method is too big. So, and also we moved let me see if I said that. Did I move the yeah, setting it to static, it was creating insane light maps, so I didn't do it. Okay. So basically here we load all maps and build. Load persistent level, load all maps and build. This is what we did. Okay guys, I think I'm going. I will see you tomorrow evening, roughly at 9:30. Usually between 9 and 9:30 I'm around anyway in Discord, and you can ping me in case, and be sure to join our Discord, because anyway it's a place where you can see a bit what we are doing. And also if you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be very good. And if you want to do a bit more for us, you can go to patreon.com/planeshift, and you can join the other 58 Patreons that are already supporting the game, and you can get access to the alpha and some of the videos that I'm posting, and a special tag on Discord. And that's all for today. One step at a time. We are going to make this game great. And if we cannot, at least we have learned how to do it. At least we have learned a lot. See you, boys. Tomorrow. Bye-bye.